Good morning, everyone. Today is September 24th, 2020, and I hope you are still staying safe and healthy. Today, we are going to chant Juseige. So if you have Shin Buddhist service book, please open the page 93. If not, please keep watching the screen so you will see Juseige on the screen. Please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namu-amida-butsu. 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 華厳長世願必至無浄土志願不満足政府上昇学我を無量光不意大聖衆不採小便具政府上昇学我史上仏道妙正長実法空境未消門政府上昇学利欲人少年上映修凡行四愚無浄土異生天人師人力現代公不生無才道頂上三空妙高裁修薬難回避知恵言滅死根毛案閉塞小悪道通達全宗門高僧上満足異様老実法日月修十期天候音符言異種解放像公正功徳法上王大集中説法施施空空用一切仏具足修徳本元年失女満得意三害用妙仏無下知通達未不詳願学営力投資最小尊志願薬国家大仙王感動航空商天院東内妙慶Namu-amida-butsu, Namu-amida-butsu, 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 Namu-amida-butsu. 願意識独平等性際同本菩提心往生安楽Namu-amida-butsu, Namu-amida-butsu, 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 Namu-amida-butsu. Now I would like to share Shinran Shogin's Wasan poem, so please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. 南無阿弥陀仏をとなふれば、観音勢至はもろともに 強者人樹の菩薩と、かげのごとくに身にそへりと。When we say Namu-amida-butsu, Avalokitesvara and Mahasthamaprapta, together with bodhisattvas countless as the Ganges sounds or as particles, accompany us just as shadows do things. Namu-amida-butsu, 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 Namu-amida-butsu. So this is the 13th Wasan on the benefit of the present. And until last Wasan, most of the Wasans were based on the sutras of golden splendor. And 3 Wasans from today, it is based on the Contemplation Sutra. In the Contemplation Sutra, it said that bodhisattvas, Mahasthamaprapta, and Avalokitesvara accompanies Amida Buddha. And often said that Mahasthamaprapta is representing the wisdom and Avalokitesvara is representing the compassion of Amida Buddha. And since today's Wasan talks about 2 bodhisattvas, I wrote an essay on bodhisattvas when I was in the university, and I was reading my essay. And even if I do say so myself, it was actually interesting essay to read. The word bodhisattva is often understood as practitioner of Mahayana Buddhism who is seeking for the awakening of the self and the others. But according to a Sanskrit dictionary, it has a meaning, one whose essence is perfect knowledge. And first, bodhisattva as a practitioner who seek for the awakening, I would like to introduce this idea. According to Dr. Hajime Nakamura, it is Indian people philosophy or thinking, way of thinking. And Indian people often consider universality is important. And Dr. Nakamura used the example of aging. We think that the aging as the matter of the self. So we often say, I got old. So with this chart, the left side is what we often think as, we got old. So it is something happening within us. But Indian people thought as the individual is going towards the universality and abstract idea of the aging. So it could be expressed as, I am going to the oldness or something. So awakening or enlightenment or satori in Japanese, it's abstract idea, but bodhisattva practice to go forward the awakening. So from the causal stage of bodhisattva to the conditional stage of Buddhahood, this is one of the meaning of the word bodhisattva. So Bodhisattva Dharmakara in the Raja Sutra fit into this explanation. Historical bodhisattvas such as Bodhisattva Nagarjuna and Bodhisattva Vasubandhu fit into this explanation too. And later explanation of the word bodhisattva, one whose essence is perfect knowledge. Again, according to Dr. Hajime Nakamura, characteristics of Indian thought is the substantiation of the universality. And the universality, which is it's hard to pronounce, substantiated, and the one who embodies the universality is viewed as equal. So in the Mahayana Sutras, we see bodhisattvas such as Mahasthamaprapta, Avalokitesvara, Samantabhadra, Manjushri, and so on. These bodhisattvas actually already completed the practice, and they are almost equal to Tathagata. They have already accomplished the practices, so they are in the position of directing the merit towards sentient beings, and because these bodhisattvas became popular, there are groups who worships Avalokitesvara and so on. So Mahasthamaprapta and Avalokitesvara is a manifestation of the abstract idea of wisdom and compassion. And wisdom and compassion manifested itself as bodhisattva to reach to us, to guide us to the Pure Land of Amida Buddha, and it gives us another perspective in our lives. I was born in the minister's family in Shimane Prefecture in Japan. And because the temple is located in the mountain and have small membership, my father had to work outside of the temple, and he worked for Hongwanji. The city I spent most of my youth is Kanazawa in Ishikawa Prefecture. So I consider Kanazawa as my hometown. And when we were in Kanazawa, we lived in the temple called Otani-byosho. And this picture is a picture of Otani-byosho, which keeps the ashes of Zongyo Shonin, father of Rengyo Shonin. At that temple, we had the memorial services for the needles. You know, the needles we use for sewing? Some of the needles we use for a long time, and some needles might break only in few use. And we can think that the needles are just needles. But the needles helped us to sew things, and without needles, we cannot sew, and we cannot have clothes or robes. The needles, it broke in few uses, we might complain about it, but maybe it was my fault. It could have used for much longer time if I used it carefully. So this memorial service for needles, this was to show the appreciation for the needles for what they did for us. You know, it sounds silly to some people, but the teaching of Nembutsu gives us this another perspective to see even the tools we use, needles or chopsticks, PC or anything, with appreciation. You know, instead of complaining about breaking, we appreciate. And we could understand that this mind of appreciation rises within us because of the working of wisdom and compassion, working of Bodhisattva Mahasthamaprapta and Avalokitesvara. And this is how I appreciated this Wasan poem for this morning. And I hope it helped to understand more about this Wasan poem. So thank you for attending today's morning service. And in closing, please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namu-amida-butsu. 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 And this will conclude this morning service. And I hope you will have a great day today. And thank you for attending. And tomorrow, I hope to see you tomorrow morning too. So see you